Hi everyone, welcome back to Nick's Diecast. In today's video, I'll be opening up and testing out 3 different HO scale locomotives with 3 different road names from 3 different manufacturers. But I got these 3 locomotives from trains.com. This first one is a Norfolk Southern GP15 made by Walthers. I tested out a couple of these GP15s in the past, and they have run quite well. And I thought the Norfolk Southern road name looked good on this particular model, so I decided to get the Norfolk Southern version as well. Then we have a CSX GP38-2 made by Bachmann. And then we have a BNSF GP38-2 made by Athearn. This one was $69 in total, and this one was about $89 in total, and this one was just about $80. So in total, all 3 of these relatively newer locomotives came to just over $237 in total. So I really thought I got a good deal on all of these, and I guess we'll find out for sure once I test all of these out. So we'll get right into that. We'll start first with the Walthers GP15 with the Norfolk Southern road name on it. It's in the standard Walthers train line style of box. As you can see here, there's a locomotive in the middle there. Then you got the name of the locomotive on the side, and then some information on the back here as well. So we'll go ahead and get this out of the box first, and then we'll test it out. Number 1446 did actually run with the Norfolk Southern Railroad, and they actually sold it to a short line railroad. And I couldn't find any photos of this locomotive past 2015. But it wore the Norfolk Southern paint scheme that you see here until around 2008 or so. I'm not sure whether or not the real-life locomotive still exists or not, but this is how this locomotive would have looked like in real life when it was still running with Norfolk Southern. And before that, it ran with a Conrail livery on it, because Conrail did break apart into Norfolk Southern and CSX. So here's the GP15 right here. Here's the instruction sheet that tells you all the different information about maintenance and whatnot. I think it also has a parts diagram too. Get off this plastic cover. Looks really nice. This also has the plows that you can actually mount on the front. I did previously feature this same locomotive with a BNSF livery on it, and it had the same plows, although those were kind of like a greenish color to match that locomotive. And I also have a CSX GP15 by Walthers that has the same plows, and those are actually painted in white. We'll get off this plastic. This looks really nice with that Norfolk Southern paint scheme on there. Very cool. And then we'll get this right out of the styrofoam and then put it on the track, and then we'll test it out, see how it runs. Alright, got it part way out. There's a Norfolk Southern GP15 with number 1446 on it. Really nice in this black and white paint scheme. You of course got the road name on the cab, has the model on there too, GP15-1, 1446, and of course you have the Norfolk Southern horse painted on the front there, and on the logo on the side. We'll get this up on the track and see how it runs. Alright, got the GP15 up here on the track, and then we'll turn on the power and see how she runs. There we go. Starts right up. Yeah, it runs pretty much identical to the other 2 GP15s that I have by Walthers. Very nice, smooth, and quiet. You have the very bright headlight in the front too. Looks really nice. That's a decent speed too. This might be a little bit quicker than the other 2, now that I'm looking at it, but wow. Smooth runner. Love to see that. We'll see how she runs backwards. Directional lighting. So now the backlight's actually illuminated. Very nice. I was kind of anticipating it to run nicely, and it certainly has. Now we'll see how it runs with freight cars. All right, let's see how the Norfolk Southern GP15-1 runs with some freight cars. And then, of course, I have the Norfolk Southern caboose in the back there. I think I showed off in a previous video that I did on trains. So we'll see how this runs with the box cars. Pretty quick. This actually, I think, is a little bit quicker than the other GP15s that I have by Walters. Wow. Nice and quiet, too. Look how the headlight looks. Really nice. Yeah, these Walters locomotives, in spite of being under $100, are really good quality, I think, for the price. You get nice, smooth running locomotives that are often very well done in terms of the details and everything too, and just the overall quality. So I'm definitely happy that I got this one to add to my fleet, I guess we'll say, of Walters GP15 locomotives and Walters diesel locomotives in general. Very satisfied with this one. All right, up next we have the Bachmann CSX GP38-2. This has the current CSX paint scheme on it, and number 2640 does run currently with the CSX Railroad. You can see it's in kind of a more recent style of Bachmann box, probably like late 2000s or maybe like the early 2010s or so. It's got the name of the locomotive on the side there along with the road name. Then you have some more information on the back here. Very nice. We'll get out this one. Does kind of have a ratty looking box, especially on this end here, but trains.com, or somebody from there I should say, did tape up the end, so that's nice to see. And this actually does have the instruction manual still, as you can see here. But I did pull it out part way, get it out the rest of the way. You can see Bachmann packed it in this kind of nice protective layer of plastic. I guess we'll see what's going on here first. Oh, cool. Okay. Yeah, this has the instructions and the maintenance guidelines along with the warranty and everything too. Bachmann catalog sign-up form. Don't really see a year on here. Yeah, but this is from the last maybe like 10 to 15 years or so. But that's cool. I didn't realize that this would have the paperwork still with it. That's very nice. But with these types of boxes from Bachmann, you just pop off the end like that. Push this out of the way. And then you just lift the locomotive up from the plastic. Like that. There's our GP38-2. Looks really nice in the dark blue paint scheme that you see here with the yellow trim and the white painted roof and the current CSX logo on the sides. And again, 2640 does currently run with the railroad in real life. Bit of glue residue back here, but that's not really a big deal. Can always touch that up with some black paint maybe or something. Wow, very nice. All the handrails are intact, which is nice to see. Really cool looking locomotive. Now we'll see how this one runs. All right, gave the locomotive a quick little dusting. It did have some dust on the hood and along the handrails, but I got most of the dust off. But we'll go ahead and see how she runs now. Already got the power turned on. We'll give her a go. Oh wow, she starts right up. Look at how fast that runs. That's not even like at halfway to full power here. Wow. Nice and smooth, bright lighting. That's really nice, actually. Looks like it doesn't have directional lighting. Both lights do turn on when you run it. But we'll see if when I run it backwards. Yeah, both lights are on still, but that's not a problem at all. This is a really nice and smooth runner. And pretty quick too for a Bachmann. Wow, that is awesome. Definitely happy that I got this one. We'll see how this one runs with some freight cars now. All right, now we'll see how the CSX GP38-2 runs with some freight cars, the boxcar train. And then, of course, I do have the CSX caboose in the back here. We'll see how this runs. It really speeds up almost right away when you do that. Wow. Nice runner with the boxcars. Usually the Bachmanns aren't as quiet as the Walthers locomotives are, but this one definitely is almost as quiet, if not just as quiet, as many of my Walthers locomotives when it runs. Definitely faster too than the Walthers locomotives. Kind of an unrealistic speed right now, but I do like to run these fast sometimes. Wow. Does have a little bit of a whine to it at slight speed, but not really a big deal. Well, I'd say that was worth the price that I paid for it. Very well detailed, and it runs quite good too. Definitely satisfied with this purchase. All right, last but not least, we have the Athearn GP38-2 with the BNSF road name on it. You can see it's in this style of box that has the lid on it as opposed to the side flaps. So we'll pull off the lid. And number 2258 does run in real life with the BNSF Railroad. So I always do like getting HO locomotives that have road numbers based off real life locomotives. So that's really cool. And we'll just pull this out of the box. Wow, really nice. Here's all the paperwork for this one too. You got the diagram for all the different parts and everything, and I believe there's like a maintenance guide on there as well. Sign up for the Athearn News. Copyright 2009, so this is probably around 2009, maybe 2010 or so in terms of when it was made. But looks like this is kind of similar. It has a plastic sleeve on it. So we'll pull this out. Lift this off. And here's our GP38 locomotive made by the Athearn brand. Wow. This is, I think, more detailed than the Bachmann version. A little bit more fine detailing, I would say, for sure. But wow. The BNSF road name looks really nice on here, too. This is the current font, I guess we'll say, that they use for the lettering on their locomotives. But this is really nice in terms of the details and the paintwork and whatnot. I'm very impressed. We'll see how this one runs, too. All right, got the Athearn GP38-2 up on the track here. We'll see how this one runs. Already got the power on. See how she goes. Bit on the slow side, but that's a nice smooth runner right there. It sounds like the Athearn locomotives that I'm used to, hearing, I guess. All right, now it's picking up speed a little bit. That's really nice and smooth. I love to see that. And it just looks really nice with that paint scheme on there too. Smooth, nice runner. Really awesome. We'll see how she does backwards. Does not have directional lighting, but that's not a big deal. Runs at a good speed backwards too. Looks like you don't have the rear light illuminating. I don't know if it's supposed to do that or if it's just maybe a factory defect or something, but that's not a big deal because the actual details on this thing are really nice. I think the Athearn brand is a really nice brand in terms of the HO scale models that they make. Wow. Very impressive. Now we'll see how this one runs with some freight cars. All right, now we'll see how this one runs with some freight cars. Got it hooked up to the same ones here. And then, of course, I have a BNSF caboose that I showed off in a previous train video. We'll see how it runs. Looks good. Very colorful freight train too, especially with the BNSF locomotive with the orange going on and everything. Wow. Really nice, smooth, quiet runner with the freight cars too. With the box cars, I guess I should say. Keep saying freight cars whenever I have any train on here that I'm testing out. That's a freight train. Well, I'd say this is a really nice locomotive, and it's definitely a great runner, too. I'm very happy that I got this one for sure. All right, I hope you all enjoyed this video where I tested out these 3 locomotives that I got from trains.com. I really enjoy filming these various train videos, whether it be just showing off recent train items that I bought, or testing out locomotives such as these. And I really enjoy supplementing my various model car videos with these model train videos too. So feel free to comment down below with your thoughts on any of the locomotives that I featured here, or with your thoughts on the video in general. And don't forget to subscribe to my channel. Thanks for watching.